CB,
Oh, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, there you are. You're all dressed up. I like it.
I went up to you.
You did.
Can you see my background?
Is that the great Dave Gettleman? From a classy organization.
Oh, hold on.
How's this looking on YouTube?
Why can I still hear? Hold on, I gotta have something else. I'm getting audio somewhere else. This is impressive stuff. Okay. All right, how you doing? Give us
Well,
give us the tour. Where are we in your house?
so we're in my basement. I have a workspace upstairs, but it's gonna be a late night, so I
A
didn't
loud
want to keep
night. Yep.
I didn't want to keep the kids up. Number one, and number two, the TV's on a delay. Like I have streaming in there on the television as opposed to the cable, so that was on a delay. So I didn't think we could be doing a live video here
Gotcha.
if I'm 8 seconds behind you or whatever it may be. So
I've got a little iPad set up here for the stream. What do you
nice.
of the draft show? What do you have?
I have the television, so
Okay.
watching in real time.
All right. Well, you can tip me off.
Should I have it on mute?
That doesn't
Are
matter.
we gonna
to
hear?
me. You might as
Hear it in
well.
the background?
Well, you might as well let us know if something happens.
How do we get it on YouTube so it's the gallery view, so it's not just the person who's speaking?
Oh, good question. That's what it should be. Maybe if I just do that, will that fix it?
You look sharp tonight.
Well, I just did it for the joke, obviously.
Okay.
What are you drinking over there?
Water.
I got a fresh pot.
I'm gonna update right now the
Did it?
live
Oh, there we
live
go.
chat.
All right, it's on.
It's on gallery view.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, yeah, but the YouTube is delayed, obviously, so it's
Yeah. So where are you?
we've got 200 people watching.
Ah, nice. Where are you?
I'm in the basement. Same
In
for
the
the same
basement,
reasons.
nice.
I don't want to wake anybody up.
Have you kept the Gettleman thing in the background, the Gettleman picture in the background throughout?
Yeah, that's been there since the other call.
I don't know if you took it off and then
I
put
don't know
it
if
back
that's
on.
I don't know if that's ever coming off.
Let's see here. We should. I should tell, or we should tell everyone who's listening or watching. We're also updating a live chat, live discussion
That's
on
right.
the website. So if you see me looking down at times throughout the night, it's going to be because we're updating that.
Let me send the Zoom link to Mr. Big Time. So tell me this: has your opinion changed at all about what you think is going to happen since we last spoke on Tuesday?
You know, I do not think.
You buy these CeeDee Lamb rumors? You think they're trying to unload Andre Dillard? What's going on?
No, I'm not buying Andre Dillard. I'm not buying that. You know, especially in a move up situation. I'm not disputing the notion that they'll look to move up. I do think that going up into that, let's say 10 to 13 range to get CeeDee Lamb, I can certainly see that. That being said, I still think there's going to be a quality receiver there at 21. And it might not just be Jefferson. Perhaps it's Ruggs that drops. Like I'm not convinced Ruggs is definitely off the board at 21. And it wouldn't surprise me if there are teams that have Jefferson over Ruggs. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a surprise either.
But I still think
what about the Judy, like the knee stuff? You think that's real?
Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about that. Like he never missed a game with it. Apparently didn't miss a practice with it. So And especially the fact that it came out like the week of the draft makes me think that this is, this was planned. So, or planted, I should say, not planned.
I like that I'm big time in Goodell. He couldn't even bother to put a tie on.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I should say my wife checked out the YouTube link and she's already texted me that she likes that you're in a suit.
Well, it's not a suit; it's just a jacket and tie.
You're not wearing the suit pants?
No, I'm wearing pajama pants.
You're wearing pajama pants. I don't know.
I'm going to take this tie off in about 10 minutes.
Have we discussed that? So.
Well, that you're not wearing pants at all.
No, that I don't own pajama pants. It was a joke from a previous podcast.
That's right.
Yes.
Let me look at some of these comments and see if there are some questions we can answer. Woodpecker, you rather live in a Winnebago in Shields driveway or file all your athletic stories by hand in a Gettleman binder for a year?
File all my athletic stories in hand by a Gettleman binder for a year.
Oh, I don't agree. As long as my family can live.
Okay, yeah. So is my family? I perceive that to mean that I am isolated. I think the IT guy in Bob Quinn's driveway is by himself right now.
But I think you can bring your family.
Okay, so then so now I will take the Winnebago.
Yeah, as long as we can also leave the Winnebago. Yeah.
I wonder if she would invite us in.
Probably not.
Is that so for I imagine if you're watching this you understand the joke. But Bob Quinn, the Lions GM,
this nonsense. Harry Connick Jr. singing alone in his house.
Has their IT guy.
I like this idea that Harry Connick Jr. is social distancing, and then they immediately cut to a second camera angle. Like, there's obviously two camera people there.
But they could be 6 feet apart.
Yeah, but come on.
Fair enough. So you did this with Shield for the entire first round last year.
We did. We were together. We were upstairs in the.
Yeah. How did that go?
Swimmingly.
Okay.
I'm sure one of the best nights of anyone who watched this.
I appreciate anyone who's watching this. I had fear that it was just going to be 3 hours of you making fun of me, and then by the time
fun of you.
and then by the time the Eagles pick, I'm just like so worn out that I'm ready to throw in the towel. But I really like the concept of this, and I can't wait for when these picks are made. I have an idea that I think Joe Burrow is going to be the number one pick.
Well, I'm hearing lots of rumors, and I'm getting all kinds of texts from NFL sources that are telling me that there are some trade talks going on, and you might be blown away by the kind of conversation.
It might not happen, but if it does, just remember where you heard it. Yeah.
Peckness migrate. Dave Gettleman, Jerry Jones, or Dan Snyder?
You want to take the first crack at this?
Sure. I'll take this from the perspective of you are like, this is for your team.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I would nest Jerry Jones for sure. And then I would peck Gettleman because you fire him after 1 year. And then migrate Dan Snyder because that bad boy needs to be migrated.
I would agree with that. I think Jerry Jones, like, for whatever criticism fans have of him, like genuinely tries to position his team to win as much as he does everything he can to win.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Perhaps to his detriment, but does everything he can to win.
Plus, he's probably of the three closest to not being with us any longer.
Wow, you're going there. So you're pecking him. Have you watched the show Ozark?
Yeah, we just started. We're like 7 episodes in. It's okay.
Yeah, we just started. I like it, but it's like the. Hope I'm not spoiling it, but this is from season 1, so it's like the person in the house that they.
Exactly.
It's like you have to live with him, but he might die in a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think it's like.
Yeah. So that's your
How deep
logic.
are you in on that bad boy?
What's that?
How deep are you in on Ozark?
Season 2,
Okay.
episode 8.
Oh, you guys are making good headway.
We are. Yeah, we are. That's been a good quarantine activity.
Peck Nest, Migrate, Judy, Lamb, and Ruggs.
I'll go first here. And by the way, for the previous question, I had the same answer as you. Peck Nest, Migrate, Judy, Lambs, and Ruggs. I'm nesting Judy. I think Judy's the best receiver in the draft.
I'm moving a little bit towards Lamb's direction.
Okay. I mean, Lamb is the bigger one, plays more physical.
We all ranked Judy number 1 when we did the exercise.
Now, the thing I'll say is that Lamb is like he could be your X receiver, and Judy might be used differently, but I'm still going Judy. Then I'm nesting or I'm pecking Lamb, and I'm probably migrating Ruggs.
Okay.
What about you?
I would nest Judy still. I'd peck Lamb and migrate Ruggs. Yeah.
I do think though, and I think you'll roll your eyes as I say this. If this was like the NBA where every college player was eligible for the draft right now, then I think Judy or Lamb would be at best the number 3 receiver in this draft, and perhaps as low as like number 5. Like,
well, I love young guys too.
Like Jamar Chase. If Jamar Chase was in this draft, he'd be top 10.
And who's the other guy?
Then there's a few. Justin Ross, who I really like from Clemson. And then there's Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle at Alabama. There's a handful of really good receivers. There's a small guy, Rondell Moore from, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, from Purdue. He's also really good. I don't think he's better than Judy, but he's really good.
All right.
Minnesota guy, Rashad Bateman.
Well, those guys aren't going to go. They wouldn't go over Judy and Lamb.
No, but Chase, I think Chase and Ross would, and maybe Smith or Waddle. I mean, Smith led Alabama in receiving this year over Judy and Ruggs.
Okay.
Someone said, tuned in for I love young guys too. But wolf.
Peck Nest, Migrate, NFL Draft, NBA Draft, days 1 and 2 of March Madness. That's a good one.
Did I say this again? I was reading the comments. I'm sorry.
NFL Draft, NBA Draft, and day 1 and 2 of March Madness. Ooh, we got a Fauci on the broadcast.
You are behind. I'm gonna be tipping picks to you.
Good, that's fine.
So I'm nesting the NCAA tournament. More action going on.
I think I would nest the NCAA tournament too.
Yeah. Pecking the NFL draft, although it's like a long peck. And
I know that's right.
And migrating. I love the NBA draft, but the reality is like after the lottery, let's say, sometimes it just becomes like a shot in the dark.
Yeah, it's also not as good TV, I guess.
I like the interviews at the NBA draft better than the NFL.
Better
draft.
Suits, probably.
Yeah, more personality. Yeah, better commissioner.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Sorry.
Early. I like that. What was the next question? I've lost my. Here we go. What we got?
I'll actually take back the better commissioner thing. I don't know
that. I don't think he's gonna catch wind of this. I think you're safe. Let's see what we got. People want to know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a fresh pot of coffee.
As you look at that, I'm going to jump into our live discussion thread on theathletic.com.
I got a can check for Kill a Cow. going rocking. We're at lean times here in the Wolf household. Lemon LaCroix is all we've got.
You're not a fan of the lemon?
I'm not a fan. It's just very down the middle. It's as generic a flavor as you could possibly get.
Let me see here. Make more sense. So here's a question from our live discussion.
I like people talking about how you're trading your stocks.
This is from Kyle. Does it make more sense for the Eagles to trade up to 11 for Lamb or 16 for Jefferson? Or if they can't make a move, drop back and draft someone like Reagor, like Reagor or Ayuk?
One more time.
What'd you say?
Can you say it again?
Yes. Does it make more sense for the Eagles to trade up to 11 for Lamb or 16 for Jefferson? And then there's the trade down part of it too. But let's look at those two.
I gotta stop you. This thing of Goodell, like them pumping in the booze.
The hugs?
Give me a break.
I have it on mute right now.
He wants people to boo him. This is like, you're not in on the joke. People aren't booing you because like this is a fun thing. They're booing you because they hate you.
I don't know about hate. That's a strong.
I'll speak for myself then. I would. Well, it depends on the compensation, obviously. But yeah. I would rather trade all the way up and get Lamb or Judy.
Yeah, I would agree. But I'll say this: as long as it doesn't include next year's first round pick.
Yeah. Let's say it's the Steelers trade from last year with a little bit more. And
I would do that. I would do that for Lamb.
Was a second and a future third, right?
Yes.
A second and a future third and the pick in the first.
I don't like giving up that second.
I think it will be more. I think it would have to be a second and a future second. Is my guess.
Yeah, that's steep. I don't like.
But it's also. I mean, it's not as steep if you had both third round picks still. But
that's true. Although Darius Slay is a good. I mean, I think that I would say Darius Slay is better than anyone they're getting in the third round tonight.
Well, yeah, but you can always say that. I mean, Corey Clement's probably better than anyone who's going to be drafted.
But it's an immediate need. Once you didn't sign, so I mean, we're relitigating this, but
I know.
Yeah, once you didn't sign Byron Jones,
he's a declining player.
Time will tell.
Well, he is a declining player.
I mean, in theory, yes, but like
he could be the first guy in the history of the world who gets more athletic at the age of 30. But
I'm not talking. No, but it's not like inconceivable for a cornerback to be productive for you in ages 29 and 30.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. He can still be.
No, so what I'm saying is if the expected value of him, if you get 2 productive years from Darius Slay, that's better than the expected value of your third round pick.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't a 1-to-1. It was go sign somebody instead and keep the pick.
Oh, well, I concur there. I said they should have signed Byron Jones, but once you didn't sign Byron Jones, like I would rather trade a 3 and a 5 for Slay than sign Chris Harris.
I don't think that I would.
Okay, that's a worthwhile discussion. About 2.5 hours until the Eagles pick, so it's a good time filler. I don't like the idea of giving up.
I guess I don't need to be wearing the earbuds. I just assumed that it would be better audio quality, but. How are your stocks doing?
Well, I'll say this: Amazon. When you guys made fun of me for making that recommendation, Amazon's been hot.
Following it, you need to set up a separate account for your stock tips.
I'm staying out of the stock discussion.
Somebody says they sat behind you on a plane back from last year's Tampa game. Shield smooth talked like a gate agent prior to the flight. No one would switch seats to let Brent Selleck sit in the space with more legroom.
Oh, really? I sat next to Brent on the way back from the combine.
Oh, Sheila and I had breakfast next to him that morning.
Yeah. Yeah, you text me he's on my flight. Right?
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. He said he was rushing to the airport.
Are you able to respond on YouTube?
Yes. You
I'm
can
curious, did I
you can
have
type-
any interaction with the person who sat behind me on the flight back from Tampa?
Well, you can type in there too. Or are you just not even watching? Well, you just asked the question. I think he'll be able to respond now.
Yeah, please do. I see
Woodpecker.
Shiraz says Bo really needs to get AirPods. You had them.
I have AirPods.
Okay.
It's easier. With,
What was it the
hold on.
flight from Rochester when
With
what
Biz
happened with
Marquee.
your what's that?
With Biz Marquee.
Yes, where something happened with your headphones? Was that the flight?
Oh yeah, it fell out. I lost
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I had to get new ones, which sucks.
How's the hair going, by the way?
Well, you can see how the hair is going.
Like, is it? Are you at the point where you'll ask Rachel or are we using names?
No,
I'm not using names.
you can use names.
Okay. Where you're asking Rachel to cut it, or are you just
No,
gonna let it grow?
listen. There's only one man who cuts my hair. His name is
I've
Tom,
heard that.
and this is probably about as long as I would have gone anyway.
Okay.
I don't think the AirPods are working here.
My wife, who I should say hello to because she's watching this, I think she's going to, and I'll use her name, Emily. I think I think she'll be my barber this weekend because it's getting long. So,
Well, you're like you get a cut every 2 weeks.
Not 2 weeks. I've never gotten cut every 2 weeks. Every 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, sounds about right. I think you look good.
All right, here you go. Wait, so no, Zach, on brand, you were working, and I didn't want to bother you. Plus, it was pre-Birds with Friends. I spent the whole time wondering if Bo and Shield were like 1980 pro wrestlers and didn't travel together. I appreciate that's on brand, but you can always say hello. I love talking to readers in the airport.
It's true. You love doing that.
But those Monday morning flights.
Usually it's about a 63-year-old white guy.
Yeah. You're talking about an Inquirer reader, I assume. But
the best, I think. I mean, I've told this story before, but my favorite was the guy in the press box of was it the Dolphins game?
Yes.
Like, oh, I used to read you all the time.
Yeah, he didn't migrate over. I wish I had a 90-day free trial to tell him about.
Yeah, I can't get these AirPods to work with my computer. Woodpecker, you rather the receiver you pick have 5 60-catch seasons or 1 Pro Bowl selection?
I would say. So is it either or, like in the sense that the?
I think the assumption is that the 5 60-catch season guy never goes to the Pro Bowl.
So you're talking about like 60 catches for 800 yards, a Nelson Aguilar type 60-catch season.
Yes.
I would rather have 1 Pro Bowl season.
Okay. Yeah,
because I think that
if that's all you're taking, there's no guarantee that the 1 Pro Bowl guy won't also have some 60-catch seasons.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But more because the 60-catch receiver, I think you can find like a 60-catch 800-yard guy on the market. You can't find, if a guy is making the Pro Bowl, they're probably 80 catches, 1,100 yards, that type of receiver. And if you can get 1 season of that, that's huge for you. So give me that. And I'm sure in the other years he's probably productive, but like you said, not making the Pro Bowl. Excuse me. Joe Burrow, #1 overall pick.
You like a Burrow?
Well, let me ask you this: before the college football season started, who did you think was going to be the #1 pick this year?
Tua, like everybody else, but I also didn't give it much thought.
Tua, Herbert, or Chase Young?
Tua. Herbert, come on.
So I have an affinity for Tua because he's a left-handed quarterback. I am left-handed, and there's been it's the demise of the left-handed quarterbacks. I don't believe there was a left-handed quarterback in the NFL last year.
That's right. I mean,
And
everybody was making much
yes,
hullabaloo about that at the combine.
yes, and thinking about Michael Vick and Steve Young. I was actually watching highlights, or not highlights. I was watching A Football Life of Barry Sanders recently.
That Goodell basement is just nauseating. Go ahead.
I was watching The Football Life of Barry Sanders, and they had Scott Mitchell clip in there, and Scott Mitchell was
Scott Mitchell.
Quarterback. What's that?
Scott Mitchell was fun because he was also a little doughy.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Do you know? So interestingly,
I like a quarterback who's not in good shape.
Doug Peterson, I believe, was Scott Mitchell's. He was the third. So Doug Peterson was the third string quarterback behind Marino and Scott Mitchell in Miami.
That's right.
And
he was actually he was like the fourth string quarterback.
But, and when Doug got in for the first time was because Mitchell got hurt, I believe, against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what do you think's happening at 2 here?
Chase Young.
Are you checking on Twitter too? I guess I should be on Twitter.
No, so I'm actually, we have an obligation to do, or I shouldn't say obligation. It's a pleasure to do it. The live discussion on The Athletic. So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at our screen. Let's see here. So Chase Young, who you know what? If you're
Chase Young, who played on a high school basketball team with Markel Fultz, somebody says.
Of course, I knew that. DeMatha, yeah, DeMatha. Can you name what Eagle went to DeMatha?
Two can you
name? Which player in the Eagles locker room? What's that?
In the Eagles locker room, McLeod.
Correct. And which Eagles Hall of Famer went to DeMatha?
Westbrook.
Correct. Well done.
I talked to that coach once for a Westbrook story.
Which one? Bill McGregor?
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
Well, he's their former coach. Then it was Elijah Brooks.
Whoever the guy was when Westbrook was there.
Yeah, I believe Bill McGregor. Well, yeah. Who was also Rodney's coach. Let's see here. So questions on our discussion thread.
I'm excited. I think this goes without saying, but if the Eagles trade up for CeeDee Lamb, the Lamb puns potential for Wolfston is going to be.
Oh, you'll be all over that.
Lamb of God with him and Carson Wentz.
So, excuse me. Robert K says, Bo, got to spring for some AirPods. Get those bad boys in there.
Everybody's killing me on the AirPods. I got them. They're not connecting to the laptop.
Christopher D says, so will they start writing a broadsheet if the Eagles do not get a wide receiver in the first round? Seriously, though, what is the chance the Eagles actually draft a safety in this draft? My expectation is that they will draft a safety. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but I don't know. They don't need to force it. I mean, I think we're sort of underselling Will Parks.
But Parks and Mills are on one-year deals, so.
Oh, I mean, I think they would like to draft a safety, but it's not like they draft a 5th-round safety. That guy's going to be a factor.
Eagles haven't taken a safety since Blake Countess. Is that correct? And he was like a cornerback safety hybrid.
That's correct. They haven't drafted one in the Howie 2.0 era besides Countess.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to say, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this on the pod. I'm doing a shadow draft this year, where I've set up my board, and I'm gonna pick whenever the Eagles pick, just to illustrate how chaotic the process is, how difficult it is to make the decisions
I like
on the clock, and also just to see if some random jabroni like me does appreciably worse than the $1 billion industry. So let me cross off Joe Burrow.
Pick is in for Washington.
Do you think it's going to be a new owner?
Yeah, those Ohio State DNs are outstanding.
Who's the other one?
They had the Bosa's.
Oh.
They had Sam Hubbard.
Yeah, good politics too.
Oh, I'm staying out of that discussion. This is a night where everyone's coming together to talk football.
Is that your Goodell impression?
Ohio State actually has another great defensive end coming, by the way.
I'm sure they do.
A guy to watch for.
I'm sure he's getting paid a lot of money
for next year's draft. Tyreek Smith.
Yeah.
Were you there up with the Eagles when Ryan Day was the quarterback's coach?
Wait a second. What is going on the Eagles Twitter? They're doing these votes? Reading Terminal Market versus Old City? What the hell is this? It's the middle of the draft. What's going on? Liberty Bell versus Italian Market. Tough call. Boathouse Row versus Love Park. What are they doing? What'd you do today, Zach?
What'd I do? I did a little draft prep, a little more draft prep this morning. There wasn't much more to do. I mean, all the hay was in the barn, frankly.
Yeah, did you get some family time?
Yes, this afternoon I got some family time. Spent some time with my wife and kids, and just ready to hunker down for these next few days.
Okay.
This isn't. I should say, how about you?
Rachel afforded me the opportunity to sleep in a little bit this morning, knowing I was going to be working late tonight. That was nice.
Emily offered that too. I was just.
You're too excited. There's no way you were.
I was like a kid on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I was on Twitter at 5:45.
And then hung out with Casey.
Nice. What did you guys do?
Casey and I we made corn muffins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was fun. Never made them before. Not without cornmeal, with the frozen corn kernels. It worked out pretty well.
How's your grocery shopping been?
Not bad. I made one trip like 4 weeks ago to a store, and since then I've been doing just delivery. But we did make our first delivery order for dinner last night, for the first one in quarantine. We ordered some Tres Jalapenos.
Nice. How was it?
It was good. We're mostly sticking to homemade meals. How about you?
Excuse me. My wife has done most of the grocery shopping during this process.
Is she going out? Is she going to the store?
Yes. Yes. With the mask and the gloves and all that. And then we have ordered in on weekends.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I saw. Not to give too much away, but I saw on your wife's Instagram you got yourself some tacanellis. You must have been over the moon.
I was over the moon. That was the highlight.
How'd you set that up? Did you go and pick it up? How did it work?
Yeah, you go and pick it up. You call ahead and you pick it up.
So same deal. You reserve the dough or what?
Well, it's a little. Yeah, I mean, you call ahead of time to reserve your pies, but in this case, you're not calling like well in advance. We tried calling a few days, and line was busy every time. And actually, my sister-in-law was able to get through, so they picked up pies for them and us.
Dropped them off for you.
Dropped them off. Exactly.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, but that's been a highlight meal.
How are your?
Did you see Howie with Angelo's?
I did.
Yeah.
Nice. Good touch.
What's that? Yeah, good touch. But also good taste. I mean, obviously very nice. Gesture, but good taste. See, the Lions have about 2.5 minutes to go here.
No juice on them trading this pick.
They're still on the board here.
How are you? Am I allowed to ask about how your sister-in-laws are doing?
um, sure. I mean, I have two sister-in-laws who are pregnant. They're doing they're doing well, things considered. I'm excited for them, eagerly.
But not as excited as you are for the draft.
Well, it's a different type of excitement. Like it's a professional excitement, a personal excitement. I'm very excited to be an uncle again and again, again. And so
Again and again.
yeah, so yeah, definitely. That takes precedent from a professional perspective. We've been working toward this night now for effectively 4 months, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's
In the future, I'm gonna. This was also my first run doing it at the Athletic. In the future, will definitely be a little more shameless with my mock drafts. I think. I think there's definitely a demand for as many mock drafts as possible. We can do like a mock draft Monday. Every Monday a new mock draft. Different types of mock drafts, but
hopefully I think I sort of surprised you with like the other things we're going to do this week. You probably would have preferred to have more advanced notice on that stuff.
No, it was but that's the and the analysis really seemed to kind of get more interest than some of the features. Although I thought the best story leading up to the draft on our site has been your scout story. Like in terms of like draft centric story. I mean, story.
Thanks. I wish it performed better.
And I'm a sucker for the Bob McGinn, the Bob McGinn scouting.
About guys who don't know how to cook.
Some of these scouts are it's just hilarious.
It's very funny. Let's see what else we got.
Here we go. Can I spoil for you?
Yeah, spoil it for me.
Jeff Okudah.
There you go.
So they held the pick.
That seems dumb to me if they were actually real offers.
I agree.
But they're a dumb. I mean, that's a dumb team. I mean, look at what they did. They traded Slay and used the third pick to replace him. Like
yes, yeah. So who would you have taken there? If you stayed
down, I would have traded down.
I would have traded down too. I think that I think there was one elite. Well, I think there's two elite non-quarterbacks in this draft: Chase Young and Isaiah Simmons. I think Isaiah Simmons is an elite player.
Of course you do.
I saw John Middlecoff, former Eagle scout, now part athletic contributor podcast. He said that. What's that?
Patricia is a dope, but I didn't realize how much of a dope Bob Quinn looked like.
So John Middlecoff said that the media is higher on Simmons than the NFL is because Clemson has an elite defensive coordinator, which they do, and most NFL defensive coordinators aren't very good, and so these coordinators won't figure out how to use them. I keep going back to this. If you don't know how to use Isaiah Simmons, that's your problem. That's not his that's not the problem of the player.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So here we go. Giants on the board at number 4.
Never traded down.
What's that?
Never traded down.
Dave Gettleman's never traded down. Giants have, but yeah, Dave Gettleman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone wants you to know that they loved the Weidl story.
What's that?
Somebody wanted you to know that they loved the Weidl story.
I really appreciate you saying that because I was excited to introduce him to Eagles fans. So thank you. It's like thank you sincerely. That means a lot. As you know, what's that?
Tone it down. Don't be.
Okay. All right. Go over the top. I really appreciate it. So Giants, number 4 here. I'm going Tristan Wirfs. What about you?
He seems like the most Gettleman type guy.
Why is he a Gettleman type guy?
Because he's a big, strong, powerful man. He's like a road grader, and like the other guys are. I don't think Gettleman wants athleticism. I think he wants someone who's going to overpower people, and I think that's what Wirfs is.
Oh, okay. I thought like a Gettleman type guy would be like Andrew Thomas, just really solid across the board. You know, like Andrew Thomas is gonna be a 10-year pro.
2 first names. And kill a cow. You gotta stop it. Joe Burrow's not a full sentence.
So yeah. So is that your pick, Tristan Wirfs?
Yeah, I think it'll be Wirfs.
And do you think they play him at guard in year one?
Start him at tackle, but I do like the idea. I think they'll start him at tackle, but I do like the idea of Gettleman drafting a guard 4th overall.
Well, over. I mean, I'm just saying, like Nate Solder's not going to lose his spot. Now, you know, I mean, he could start at right. He could start at right tackle. All right, the tie's coming off. I like it. You know, they have. They signed Cameron Fleming.
Oh well.
So so Wirfs can play right tackle for them. I'm trying to think who else is on that depth chart.
Who cares?
Joe Judge picked. Joe Judge, Lansdale Catholic, Philly guy.
I'm trying to do
that. Almost the Mississippi State coach, till the Giants swooped in.
Why is Okudah wearing headphones?
I'm going to jump into our athletic discussion feed, which everyone can find on theathletic.com.
Hop on in there.
Hope you subscribe. There are a few promotions going on now. 90-day free trial, but also if you just want to subscribe right now, you can get 50% off of year one, which is also a very good deal. So click on Bo's scout stories. Google.
Yeah, click on Weidl.
What's that?
Click on Weidl.
Or no.
Time is past for the scout story.
I mean, it still counts. Still this year.
Eagles versus no one likes us. What is that?
Bo, do you have a preferred coffee brand? You can answer that one.
I don't have a preferred brand. I'll take whatever I can get. We got a little grinder.
Someone just asked Rasul 21 and a third to move up to 11. I don't think that's nearly enough.
I said that's not enough.
I don't know. I did see that rumor today.
Doug is trying to get Howie's eye contact. Like what's
that?
What do you think is Doug's process for trying to get Howie's attention with eye contact?
It's a good question. The joke, of course, is when
it's a Bose thing. That's why the headphones are there. It's a branded thing.
I did see a rumor today, but I didn't quite understand. I don't think Douglas has that type of value. I would need to think it would be 1, 2, and
Richard Douglas is a nothing in that.
21 second round pick in Douglas. Yeah. What percentage chance do you guys give to Ruggs falling to between 17 and 20? What percentage?
Between 17 and 20? Ruggs?
Yeah.
I would say 40%.
Yeah, I was going to say like 40% too. So we're both going 40%. So you actually think it's plausible?
Yeah, plausible.
Because you were saying that, excuse me.
I don't think.
Yeah. So also, anyone else tuning into the YouTube live stream, are they reading comments here or on YouTube? We're reading comments on both, clearly. Bo's checking out the YouTube comments. I am checking out the comments on the live discussion thread. We appreciate it. Giants pick is in, so this one's not being traded either. So Miami's going to be sitting there at 5. Could you imagine if Miami takes a tackle?
Yeah, but that'd be weird. I mean, I wouldn't take Herbert either at 5. If Tua's knee is really all banged up, what are you gonna do?
Do you think 6? Do you think 6 could be a trade possibility for the Eagles?
What about? Well, we've seen that, but what about if Miami takes a tackle or Isaiah Simmons at 5, and then packages their 2 other picks to move up and get Tua after that?
I mean, I would like that in terms of like the talent acquired, but I would say that they need they need offensive line help in a big way. And if they don't come out of the first round with a left tackle, I'd be very surprised. I was saying so there have been some rumors about the Eagles getting up to 6. I think that would be
It's way so. Well, they'd have to give up so much.
They would have to give up next year's first, which I can't see that. Who knows though? I'll put it on record. I would not trade next year's first round pick
for anything.
Well, I mean, that's if you're getting like an elite player, I would. But
to get to 6, you wouldn't do it.
No, I don't think Lamb or Judy. I don't think any of these receivers are worth giving up your 2021 first round pick. Do you?
Yeah, but what if you think there's not going to be a season next year?
There's still a draft.
Yeah.
I mean, what if you're not good? Like it's very plausible that you're drafting 8 to 15 next year, right? What if Carson gets hurt and Nate Sudfeld's your quarterback?
Yeah.
Pick is in.
I wouldn't trade it either, but
should I spoil it for you?
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas.
Oh,
I said that was a Gettleman pick.
Yeah, but you still said Wirfs. So you can't just take 2 guys.
And also, I said in our frequently asked questions today, who's going to go higher than people expect? I said Andrew Thomas. Look.
Yeah, but I had him in my top 10 too. I don't think that's a surprise that he goes top 10.
Okay, true. Number 4 though.
I guess it's a moderate surprise. I think he was my favorite of the tackles.
Yeah, I just think he's just solid. Like he's yeah.
That's a very. I mean, it's the same thing as Daniel Jones to even worse degree. Like, take whatever's offered, move down, and take another tackle. Like,
unless they think someone else is going to take him.
Such a jabron.
Yeah. Well, unless they think someone else is going to take him. So Miami at 5 here. There's this is going down 6, and by the way, Thomas can play the right side for them. Yeah, I'd like this pick. I don't love the value. Like I don't love the value at 4. I would trade down. I don't know. Is someone trying to jump Miami? I don't know. I don't know what was there. And frankly, if you like Thomas, then how? I guess how much lower are you going?
Who cares?
Well, because you want the player. You know,
well, I know, but come on.
Yeah. So I know Dave Gettleman's thinking here. How about that? The man behind you. You should show our viewers the. There you go. Which my favorite part of that photo is it's the Charlotte skyline in the background.
Is it the Charlotte skyline?
Yes, it's the Charlotte skyline in the background.
That's so funny.
But
it's not it's not even like a thing that they.
Here he is. He's putting on his mask. It is. I don't think you need the mask in your own home.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the fact that you should be wearing a mask when you're out, but in your own home, in that office, he took the
picture.
He took the Charlotte thing down. It looked like.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Probably because I made fun of it.
So
the Doug Peterson background for his setup is really, really good.
Oh, I don't think I saw it. I saw the setup that he has. And
he took a picture. It's really good.
So are you going Tua here at 5?
I bet they're. What do I think's going to happen?
Tua, Herbert, or
Is it Herbert or Herbert?
it's Herbert,
I think it's Herbert.
like Bobby Hebert.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or
He's
like-
from Oregon,
like-
not from Louisiana.
Like Guy Hebert, which is actually Guy Hebert. On the
So-
mask. That is really funny.
What's that?
The putting on the mask is really.
Yeah.
I say they go to a.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm thinking Tua as well. I'm thinking Tua as well here. Alabaster, Alabama. Do you think Tua is the best quarterback in this draft? Do you think Burrow is?
Yeah, I think Burrow is, but I don't have the strongest opinion.
Brian Flores has the kids in the room. I like it.
I mean, Tua is like potentially just made of glass.
Do you buy the Drew Brees as a player comparison? Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, or do you think that's just because of the height?
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I just think it's laziness. What else are you gonna say?
So I think Tua, like he can be dynamic. My one question is, and you see this, is he had just elite players around him all the time. Now, so did Burrow. But like it just seems like his guys were always open. Here's Louis Riddick.
We're apparently way behind.
Well, the YouTube feed's probably behind. Like I'm watching this.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm watching this the same time as everyone else.
Yeah, the YouTube is a big
yeah.
delay from.
I don't think my cable's behind. So that would be funny if all of us were like a few minutes behind everyone else here. So pick is in. What do you think of Trey Wingo?
No comment.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Oh, they're going 7 people in the box here.
What do you think of Trey Wingo?
He's a pro.
He gets paid.
He's a good host. If they pass on a quarterback here, I'm curious what the rest of the next like 5 to 8 picks are gonna look like.
Who do you think is a bigger bust? Danny Watkins or Calvin Ridley?
Danny Watkins. Calvin Ridley's not a bust.
I'd go Ridley.
Calvin Ridley's not a bust.
I'd go Ridley.
I understand the joke, but Calvin Ridley's not a bust.
Nah, that guy sucks.
Here it is. I'll spoil it for you. Tua.
Boom. I feel like that's what they wanted all along, and I think they did
I agree.
a good job sniffing out that nobody was going to go up to get him.
And you know what? The tanking worked in the sense that they get Tua, okay, and they won some games and they build a foundation here. You know, now Tua could get hurt, but also they have Fitzpatrick as a placeholder if Tua needs some time. But I like the pick. Any questions coming up in the feed there?
I'm responding to somebody. I like somebody said this, but I like the idea that Goodell is reading the card as if he's surprised by it when
Oh,
no one's handing it to him. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. What do you miss most about being in NovaCare right now?
well, I was going to say sitting next to you, but now that you're coughing, you got me a little bit worried. You've had this cough for a while. Are we sure everything's all right?
Yes, it's a lingering cough. I appreciate that.
I don't know anything about that. Peckness, Migrate, Trey Wingo, Greg Cosell, Stephen A. I'll go first. I would nest Greg Cosell, Peck Stephen A, and Migrate Trey Wingo.
I would nest Stephen A, Peck Greg Cosell, Migrate Trey Wingo.
Okay. Wait till Cosell.
Actually, no. I'll probably Peck Wingo, Migrate Cosell.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. What are you getting out of a Peck of Trey Wingo?
I like them all, I guess.
Wouldn't you rather just ask Cosell his opinion on somebody?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I will.
You're not getting anything out of a Peck of Wingo.
I will Peck Cosell. I'll Peck Cosell. I haven't really thought of that one.
You love
we should talk about there's 5 minutes left here in the Chargers pick. We should get this in.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen?
What do we think is going to happen? I guess we should make a game of this, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
starting now, we'll each make.
People are following,
and we'll keep
us
score
for the draft, I imagine.
Yeah. So let's keep score. Loser has to end the draft by end the stream by taking a shot.
Taking a shot. Excuse me. Sure. I mean, off the camera, perhaps, but yeah.
Off the camera. No, that's got to be the parting blow for the listeners for staying with us.
We'll think of the stakes, but who are you going with?
We'll take your suggestions for stakes. I will say that the Chargers. I don't know. You go first this time. I'll go first next time.
Yeah, so I'm debating between Simmons and Herbert here. Like they can't be just they can't be clinging to Tyrod. I'm gonna go Herbert. I think Simmons is their type of pick. I think Simmons is like a Tom Telesco type pick. And I think he would make a lot of sense in that defense. But I'm going Herbert because you're drafting number 6. I don't think they're going to be drafting this high for a while. I mean, I think that's a really talented team. And so, yeah, I would go Herbert here.
All right. I'll say did they sign a left tackle?
Not yet, no.
I'll say they take Jedrick Wills.
Okay.
Why not? I don't think it's impossible that they draft CeeDee Lamb either.
Not impossible, no. Pick is in. So if you thought the Eagles were going to trade up here, that's not happening.
Tough titties.
I like how quickly some of these picks are coming, too.
Yeah, that is good.
How many stories have you read during the past few days of like the Tua slide is coming and Tua's falling?
Yeah, but of course,
He's,
the
he
same
still
thing as
goes when people
Judy.
expect.
The same thing as Judy. Like,
Yeah.
it's all nonsense. Peckness migrate. Adam Schefter. Albert Breer. And Peter Schrager.
I mean, I like them all in their own respect, and definitely nesting Adam in that group.
Okay.
I'll peck Albert and migrate Peter.
Peck and Breer. I think I would. I think I'm going to nest Schrager. Peck Schefter, spill some coffee on him, and then migrate Breer.
I really like that show that Schrager's on. Good Morning Football.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Is that like the first 3 words out of your mouth? Morning?
Good Morning Football.
You turn to your right, you say good morning, or turn to your right, you say good morning football, then you turn
Good Morning Football. Wait, here you go. Pick us in. Justin Herbert. Boom. Did you even make a pick, by the way?
Yeah, I said Jedrick Wills.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. So 1-0.
All right, 1-0.
So Carolina's up now.
Carolina. I say they go Isaiah Simmons.
You're saying Simmons. I'm going Derek Brown.
I think that would be a bad pick.
They should go Simmons.
Taking
Matt
a
Rule likes speed.
tackle. Come on.
Everyone likes speed, but their defensive line is just decimated right now. They got Brian Burns as an edge rusher, but like after that, and they've had some picks that have just whiffed on. Now they're getting, their D tackle back. Why is it escaping me right now? Quan Short. They're getting Quan Short back next year, but still, he'll be 30, I think, thereabouts. So I'm going with Derek Brown here. Although Kinlaw will be interesting, but I think Brown's the safer pick.
Kinlaw would be a dumb pick.
Well, I think Kinlaw's going to be like special in the NFL.
Really?
Yes. But you saw him in person. What did you think at the Senior Bowl?
I thought it was fine. I didn't think he was going to come into the league. And why wasn't he that good in college?
Well, against like great competition, he was good.
Okay.
Like watching against Alabama last year.
I'll also say that I was not super impressed with Von Miller at the Senior Bowl one year. So
okay. Justin Herbert. I'm gonna respond while we have a minute here to some questions on our discussion thread.
What would you guess without looking at how many people are watching right now?
This is my first time doing this. I have no precedent to know. I'll say 250.
Wow, great guess. 283.
283. Okay. You said at the top we had 200, and so I didn't think we like added, scores of people along the way. So. You're making me self-conscious about whenever I feel like I need to cough now. But.
Well, it's all right. You got to do what you got to do. Don't hold it in.
Zach, isn't it more likely that the Eagles are picking 16-32 next year? In that scenario, isn't it worth this year's 20 and next year's 18 to get one of the top 2 receivers? And what do you think of that one?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Coughed off air. Zach, isn't it more likely that the Eagles are picking 16-32 next year? In that scenario, isn't it worth this year's 20 and next year's 18 to get one of the top 2 receivers? I think no.
I don't think so. Because I also think, like, if you really want to, you can get up without giving up that pick.
There are too many variables.
What'd you have for dinner tonight?
I had stir fry. I'm gonna make stir fry.
Ooh, what kind of stir fry?
Chicken and vegetables.
What kind of vegetables?
Every kind. There were a lot of vegetables in there.
Every kind?
It was
All
a
of
healthy. It was a healthy dinner.
Wow.
Yeah. She made a grain bowl the other night. She made a grain bowl the other night.
Grain bowl?
That was Monday. Seafood salad last night.
Oh.
Yeah. Now I did treat myself for lunch today
Oh. And?
with a cheesesteak.
Nice. From where?
Woodrow's.
Oh. Did you go? How did you?
Yeah, they did the curbside pickup.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
Good for you.
you don't have to.
Little
There's
draft
no
day
contact
special.
with anybody.
Nice.
But pick is in. Who you going with?
I said
You said Simmons.
Simmons.
I'm going Derek Brown.
Okay. Yeah. I think that would be a bad pick.
I think Derek Brown's a fine pick. I mean, I think he's a real good player.
I think it's a bad pick.
Why?
Because you're taking a run-stuffing defensive tackle, 7th overall.
Was the Chargers our first one in this competition?
Yes,
was
you're up 1-0.
I'm up 1-0. Okay. They're on commercial here. Christian McCaffrey. No.
Do you think there will be fewer trades because these GMs can't figure stuff out?
I was wondering that. No, I do not. I do not. But I think teams want like these top of the draft players. I mean, there's not really a quarterback now for anyone to trade up for. There's Matt Rule in the office. Former Temple head coach. I called Matt Rule the day after.
McCaffrey, nice.
I called Matt Rule the day after the Eagles drafted Marcus Smith, because Marcus Smith had like 3.5 sacks against Temple. But I was thinking of that when I was looking at Curtis Weaver. My one concern about Curtis Weaver is that like 4 of his sacks this year came against Portland State. Right, so that inflates the. So there was a little Marcus Smith skittishness there.
Yeah, I'm not all the way in on.
Roger Goodell wants more booing. The 7th pick.
People start egging his house.
Derek Brown.
Wow.
2-0. 2-0.
All right, so looking like a shot of fireball for your boy.
Drew Rosenhaus does not have the mask on.
Oh, Matt Rule go in suit.
Derek Brown's nicknamed Baby Barack because of his political aspirations.
Interesting. It's my nickname for you as well.
What's that?
That's also my nickname for you.
Baby Barack? Okay.
Baby Barack.
In politics, you have to like reveal stuff about yourself. I don't think I want to do that. So.
Should we talk a little bit more about your trip to Asia?
No, there's no need. Cardinals are up, by the way. So there's been some buzz here that Kyler, and there's 3.5 minutes on the clock. So there's been some buzz that Kyler wants CeeDee Lamb. I think I'm thinking either Isaiah Simmons or Tristan Wirfs.
It's your turn to go first, right?
Or Jedrick Wills. You get to pick first here.
I thought it was your turn to pick first.
That's my turn to pick first. I'm going to stick to my run on offensive line. I'm going to go with Tristan Wirfs. Although, should I go Wills? I'm trying to think. What's more of a Steve Keim pick? You see, I don't know Kingsbury's deal enough. I'm gonna go Jedrick Wills actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take Isaiah Simmons.
That's what I should take. Pick is in. I like how Derek Brown wore number 5. I like the big guys in the single digits.
I like that too. Didn't Nick Fairley do that too at Auburn?
I believe so, yeah.
Peckness migrate your Winnebago roommates. Belichick, Patricia, and Chip. We know what you would do.
Belichick, Patricia, and Chip.
Yeah. Actually, this is tough for you. There are 2 guys you'd love to nest in there.
I'm migrating. I'm pecking. I'm pecking Chip because he's more of a conversation. Or I'm sorry, I'm nesting Chip because he's more of a conversationalist.
See, this is great because my goal here would be to not be talking to this person at all, but you want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean you're with someone. Yeah. I'm pecking Belichick because.
For sure.
Yeah,
but,
and then I'm migrating Patricia. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Patricia's an easy migrate.
Yeah.
Plus, he's gonna he seems easily like the worst roommate in terms of smell and general cleanliness.
By the way, Cliff Kingsbury. So he's on. I respect what Cliff Kingsbury has going on because he's not overcomplicating this. He's sitting on his couch with a computer screen in front of him. He's not one of these guys who thinks he needs all right, picks in.
And then I would nest Belichick because I feel like we'd both just stay in our separate areas, and I would.
You get the win here.
I would pick Chip.
Isaiah Simmons.
All right, 2-1.
You know what? It's the right pick. It's a good pick.
You love it.
Second best player in this draft. So I'm
say that definitively.
What's that?
Can't say that definitively.
In my opinion, if I'm stacking the board, the Eagles play the Cardinals this year, and
maybe
yes.
There's a season.
So we have Jacksonville now.
Oh man, that is such a Kingsbury house. You didn't tell me that. That's like he has this bachelor pad set up.
But I respect the fact he's not overcomplicating it.
I'm much more interested in the house setups.
I don't understand why these. So John Schneider had walls knocked down. Did you see that? Had walls knocked down in his basement. How many screens do you need? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, it's really silly.
Jacksonville here.
Jacksonville. It's my turn to go first. You didn't tell me that. I can't believe I didn't know that before the other day that Simmons went to Olathe North.
Oh yes, yeah.
Crazy.
From Darren Sproles' hometown.
Yeah, spent some time there.
Yeah, Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator there, he's a Kansas guy, and so that's how he That's how Simmons was not a big recruit. And that's how he
Interesting.
kind of came on their radar. I love this pick. This is an A.
Okay.
This is an A. And I regret the fact that I did not go with that here.
Well, you got some time to make it up. Maybe. We're going until the Eagles pick. So if the Eagles trade up, that's it.
So Jacksonville. So I thought Jacksonville was going to be Simmons. I'm going to go. I know I was talking about the run on linemen, and so far I've been wrong there. Although I still think I stick to my opinion that there's not a first round, or I'm sorry, a top 10 wideout. I'm going with C.J. Henderson here.
I'm gonna go. Well, let me look at their depth chart real quick. By the way, I want people to know that I'm not. I'm a V-neck undershirt guy, but there's I'm building up to what's on underneath.
Oh, you have a whole thing here. Okay.
I don't want to be judged as a crew neck undershirt because I think that's
yeah. So Jacksonville. I mean, if Derek Brown fell, I would have said Brown. Pick is in, but they don't need a tackle. I mean, Juwan Taylor played well last year at right tackle. They have Cam Robinson at left, unless they're looking to move him over. So
I'll take Kinlaw then.
You're taking Kinlaw.
I think it's a bad pick.
So I was thinking Kinlaw if they traded down, but you take Kinlaw at 9, I would not dispute that. But I'm guessing Henderson because I think there's a drop off at corner here, and I don't think Henderson falls to their next pick, and I don't think there's really a good corner on the board the next pick.
That makes sense.
So that's why I'm going Henderson here, but I like Kinlaw a lot.
You like him a little bit more than I do.
Robert K says, first the tie, then the jacket. Oh, baby, what's in store the rest of the night?
What's bedtime for the kids?
7.
7.
Yeah, 6:45 for the younger one, and then like 7:15 for the 2-year-old.
Nice. Zika, what's the bedtime routine? A couple books? What do we do?
I tell a story. So I try to read earlier on. Yeah, I tell a story. I pick something that's either happened that day or that's happening the next day.
Really?
And I intersperse it and try to put a lesson in there.
Zach the storyteller.
Yeah, and then we end it. We always end it the same way. We end it with happily ever after, and he looks really forward to it now. So he says,
nice.
so I say, and they lived, and he screams it out, happily ever after, and that goes to sleep. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, so I tell stories, try to kind of spur the imagination.
How many of them are just based on stories that you've written?
No, none. It's
so
like
Andy Weidel was working for Baltimore.
No, it's more like like with the potty training, I would talk about like Elmo was potty training, and this is what Elmo did.
Okay.
So Jag's pick is in here. So you're going Kinlaw.
What was tonight's story?
Actually, tonight,
because you're doing this.
Yeah. Tonight, Emily put him to bed.
So does Emily then do a story?
I hope so, or I think she has her own routine.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she has her own routine with him, but we read, we read different books throughout the day. Brandon Graham. I mean, I just love that Simmons pick. And I like Devontae Campbell in free agency. Arizona signed Campbell. Now they have Simmons. That's a linebacking core I can get behind. Still have Hassan Reddick, Philly area guy.
Zach, settle this one for me. What do you like better, taking over stadiums or Eagles hype videos?
It's taking over stadiums. It's more of a
I guess.
It's more of an experience. The hype videos are good, but
you're way ahead of me.
What's that?
You're way ahead of me. I just got to Brandon Graham.
Oh, okay.
I never realized before now just how much Calais Campbell looks like Halapoulivaati Vaitai.
I never thought that. So here you go. The pick is in. He's talking to the people booing him. He says, keep it up.
It's not the deal. You're not in on the joke, Roger.
CJ Henderson.
Oh, 3-1.
Boom. I'm doing better than the guys on TV. Or you, frankly. Bill just wants guys from his board to go.
Who does?
Mel Kiper.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he had. So look, and I'm not saying I know what the Eagles are going to do, but if Henry Ruggs is on the board and they took Kenneth Murray, like I would be just stunned.
Well, let's talk Eagles now because we're about to get out of the top 10 and it looks like there's going to be no receivers.
Oh, wow, the Browns pick is in already. I don't know if there's a trade or what. That was quick. Andrew Berry's wasting no time here. Pick is in. We should give our predictions real quick. I'm going Tristan Wirfs.
I think it's my turn to go first.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can go the same guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to. I'll take Jedrick Wills.
Okay. So as you're saying with the Eagles?
Well, I mean, it looks like there's going to be no receivers in the top 10. These guys, now it's now possible for the Eagles, if they want, to move up and get CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy. If that's what they want to do, it's now within reach.
Yes. Also, I don't think Joe Douglas is going receiver at number 11. Now maybe Joe trades down, but I think if Cleveland doesn't take a receiver, I'm thinking Becton to the Jets. So I'm going with so your first receiver might be on the board at 12, and pick is in. I like how Andrew Berry just called that in right away, unless they delayed announcing Jacksonville's pick.
Woodpecker, you rather spend every waking hour wearing a Doug Peterson visor or having a Matt Patricia pencil in your ear?
Every waking hour?
Yes. Now that's key because you don't want either one of those.
You don't want to sleep with the pencil.
Yeah.
Probably the visor.
I think you got to go visor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like the pencil would fall out. Like that. Maybe my ears aren't big enough, but which is certainly possible.
I like the people are. Some of the commenters are setting odds on which one of us is going to have to go pee first.
I'm about 3 picks late for that one. I'll tell our commenters, or I shouldn't say our commenters, our viewers, that I texted Bo earlier and I said, what's the procedure for like a commercial break? The guys on TV, you got commercial breaks, or like we just roll right through. Here you go. Here comes Roger.
Boo. You have that water bottle that's like it's your day's worth of water, or are you on
twice in the day? Yeah, you fill it up. Oh, you nailed it. Jedrick Wills.
Wills. Oh, 3-2.
Yeah, this it has actually a Birds with Friend listener recommended this after it's called it's called CACTAKI. It's CACTAKI. Cactaki? Is that how you would say it?
Cacti.
Cactakai. Okay.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably
that
like,
would make more
like
sense
a
then.
cactus, like a cactus.
Yes,
all
exactly.
water, right?
So yeah, you're supposed to. It has timestamps on it, so you're supposed to drink it. But as Chip Kelly used to say, or Chip Kelly's guys used to say, you're supposed to drink half your body weight in ounces per day.
Mm.
So that's kind of a rule of thumb as well. So back-to-back former Eagles executives here, although Andrew Berry was only here for a year. I don't know if the Howie tree can claim Andrew Berry. And Joe Douglas, I think, would consider himself more of the Ozzie tree than the Howie tree. But nonetheless, another former Eagles executive here. So I've been wrong with Wirfs twice already. I think that
guy.
What's that?
But he's the fourth guy.
But I think Joe is going with Becton, and I could be way off here. But first off, Richmond guy. He's from the Richmond area.
Really pounding the Richmond thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Joe has all the context there, so he knows what's going on. Yeah.
Maybe that means he's less likely to take him.
What's that?
Maybe that means he's less likely to take him.
Maybe that means he's less likely to take him. But I think he's going with an offensive lineman, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, it's his first draft pick, like, ever. It does feel like that's what he would want to do, right? Instead of going with CeeDee Lamb. But I don't know. I could see him going CeeDee Lamb.
This is Joe's first round pick.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I agree that it seems likely that he would want to put his
their line was atrocious.
Lineman.
He's going to trust his scouting. I mean, they can use receiver help too, but yeah, I'm going Becton here.
I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go Wirfs. I think they might take CeeDee Lamb, but I'm going to go Wirfs. But this is the sweet spot for the Eagles now. This is where all the teams who need receivers are.
I'm getting a lot of text here.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, this is from Eagles PR about the post-pick Zoom press conference. What would you do if they?
I'm on my phone here. I'm just catching up on these texts.
What would you do if they pan to Howie Roseman and he has our live stream up on his computer?
I would. I'd be flattered. I mean, he has 9 screens, so he can
afford. He can afford to give us the view. Come on, Howie.
That's true. Wow, Joe's taking his time. Joe's trying to get.
Could be Howie.
Could be Howie calling him. No trades, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's part of it.
You think it's part of the? Still ticking. Come on, Joe. Pick is in.
I'm gonna be. I mean, if a tackle goes here, it's possible. It's possible that one of those guys could fall. Maybe I'll be wrong about the receivers. Maybe you'll have been right this whole time.
Although I mean, even if a tackle goes here, you're looking at Vegas, San Fran, Denver, and Jacksonville potentially could take 4. So I think San Fran's really interesting because what do they do at 13? I mean, they could trade. I think that's a prime trade down opportunity.
If a tackle goes here, and the Eagles know that the Raiders are taking a receiver, they could go to 13.
Yeah.
If the Niners need picks, right?
Yes. Now the Niners might want a wide receiver. So
they might, but they also need picks, and they could still get a receiver at 21.
Exactly. They have now they can trade the other first round pick, 31, but
right,
you can get more value for 13. Pick is in. Michael Irvin's talking. Every time an Eagles tweet comes up, I think it's announcing a trade.
Straight up.
What's that?
Coach Flynn says trade up. He wants him to move up and get one of the big guys.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, so after this pick, I don't think you're talking about next year's first rounder anymore, And so at this point, I'm having those conversations.
You may not even have to give up a second.
I would give up the rest of the draft after the second round. I mean, I say that joking.
I mean, I'd give it. Yeah, well, you could give up a third and 2/4.
Yeah.
To a Niners team. I mean, I wouldn't take that if I was a Niners.
I would give up a third, 2/4, and a third next year.
Sure. They'd probably just trade that third for a terrible player midseason anyway.
Golden Tate's not terrible, but
well, maybe not over the course of his career.
So CeeDee Lamb has headphones on right now. He's not on the phone. He wants more booing, Roger.
What if this pick was traded straight up for Rasul Douglas?
Mekhi Becton called it.
Ooh,
Called it. I was irrationally happy there. I'm sorry.
That's good. You don't want to be taking the shot. It's going to be tough.
I'm gonna get on Twitter now and say Joe Douglas loves his Virginia guy, his Richmond guys.
Oh, this is a really good question. If Howie had to peck nest migrate the three of us, you, me, and Sheil, what do you think that he would do? I feel pretty confident that he would nest Sheil, peck you, and migrate me.
And what's your rationale for that?
Well, Sheil's a national guy. He's gonna be buddy with the national guy. I think you and Howie have a good relationship.
I would like to think we do.
Nothing against me. I think I just come in third.
You used to work with him.
I don't think that helps. So who's up next? Oh, the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Is it my turn to go first? Because you took Becton?
Yep.
I'll say I'm gonna say Judy, actually.
Yeah, I'm going Judy too.
We can't take the same guy. What do you can't just sit on a lead like that.
Wait, here.
You can take Lamb. You're still working on this tweet about Richmond?
I just sent it out. I had the there's
that was a long time
Joe
spent on that tweet.
What's that?
That was a long time spent on that tweet. You can't take the same guy.
Why can't we?
You can't do that. That's not how the game works. If you want to stick with Judy, I'll take Lamb. That's fine.
No, we go who. All right, the pick is in. You know what? I'll go Lamb. You go Judy. Okay?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like when I let you drive on the road trips. You know, it's like, yeah, I'll see.
You're gonna fall. Does that mean you're gonna fall asleep?
William McFarland's looking at his phone right now.
All right. You've got Lamb. I've got Judy. It's 4-2, or is it? It's 4-2, right?
Yes. Which, by the way, it's like I don't think a lot of people working on the set are getting the right picks.
I like the Joe Douglas family hug.
Yeah,
that's good. Top five moment of the draft so far, I'd say. Joe needs to clear.
What's your view on responding to group texts?
Like this Eagles one that we're on?
Yes.
You don't need to respond.
Yeah. I agree. Mike Mayock, Philly guy.
What if it's Ruggs?
I met Mayock for breakfast at a diner in Wayne a few years ago.
Fountains of Wayne.
What's that?
Fountains of Wayne. Did you have fountain sodas of Wayne?
No, it was a diner that he knew that he knew well.
Oh, Zach, it might be Ruggs. We might get both shut out here.
Oh, do you have inside intel?
Somebody says it on Twitter, but it's not.
I mean, they
not one of the accredited.
Yeah, they love speed. So.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Seems like a bad bet to make over the other two, but. Oh yeah, Gruden's got that fist pumped like he knows exactly he's getting that speed. Oh, is that his son?
Henry Ruggs.
Jay Gruden's son.
Deuce
guy.
No, it's John's. Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs goes here. Wow. That's
got real. What's his name? Darius Hayward Bay potential. I feel like.
You love Ruggs.
Not over the other two guys. I think the Eagles got to move up. Go get them. Go do it.
By the way, credit to Bo. You called. Ruggs is going to go sooner.
I'm right here. You don't have to say.
Yeah, I'm giving you credit. You said all along Ruggs is going to be going early.
Yeah, the speed always goes on board early. That's interesting, though.
And I mean Tampa's going to go. So so we have to pick San Fran, by the way.
Oh yeah. If they stay. It's your turn to go first.
I'm going Kinlaw.
Kinlaw.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll say Lamb.
Yeah, I'm going Kinlaw. I mean, I think if they go wide receiver, it would be Judy over. I think it would be Judy over Lamb.
I don't know. Lamb's got more yards after the catch ability. That's the whole thing about their offense, right? Mayock bumped.
Let me go into our chat here.
Zach, was the diner you met Mike Mayock at, was it Manila's?
Yes, Manila's Diner. Who said that?
Can't tell you.
Excuse me.
It was Howie.
What?
It was Howie.
So what pick can I start getting excited that one of these top receivers will? Sven asked.
It's time to go. Go get these guys.
Oh, Ruggs is in a robe. How about that? If a wide receiver doesn't go to San Fran, then I think it's reasonable to think it can happen. I would honestly, I would go up to Tampa Bay. Now maybe Tampa Bay just wants Wirfs, but because they need help at right tackle, badly. But I would really be looking at jumping Denver. Although you know what though, if a wide receiver doesn't go here, and Tampa, if both are on the board at 15, all you're doing is trying to get up to 16, right? To get one of them. I mean, I don't know how they have it stacked.
Well, yeah, the only thing is you assume that Tampa's not taking one. But
yeah,
Denver certainly could, yeah. Oh, people are excited about Manilas.
San Francisco, the clock's still ticking here.
I can't believe they can go get these guys. Well, one of them. Peckness migrate, Jeremiah, Kuiper, McShay.
Nesting Jeremiah.
I agree.
Pecking McShay, and I'm letting Mel go.
Wow, you're putting him out to pasture.
Yeah.
No respect for the man who started it all. I'll give Mel a peck.
All right. I mean, well, I'll tell you what. Right now, you probably don't want to peck McShay, but I mean, I feel for him.
You're right. That's a good point.
Good point. I say that sensitively because he's recovering from COVID.
You timed that very well. I almost did a spit take.
Trade.
Eagles?
I don't know.
Trade? It's got to be.
Trade to the Buccaneers. Trade down one. I don't know if they traded down one spot. Sliding back.
One spot. Tampa Bay must be going with Wirfs. They must want the last tackle.
Yeah, I mean that's my.
Right.
They
be like somebody else was trying to trade up. San Francisco told them, give us this and you can get them instead.
That's a good point. Probably so.
We don't have to go back quite so far.
San Fran probably knew.
I bet it was Miami.
Oh, that makes
I love
sense.
that. Yeah.
That makes sense. Because after this, you're looking at Austin Jackson or Josh Jones. That's a good point.
You're not a big Ezra Cleveland guy?
Not as big as the draft analysts seem to be. I always like the trade down one spot things. It's
I
like
love it. I love it.
because you're getting your guy anyways. You remember?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wait a second. But on the
what?
ticker, it says Tampa's at 14-2.
Yeah, they haven't announced the terms of the trade.
Oh, okay.
So San Fran's getting 14 and 117 for 13 and the last 7th round pick.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, very generous.
So they get 117 to move down one spot.
Yeah.
What's 117? What's that? It's that's early 4th, right?
Yeah. Early mid 4th. Because 103 is the very end of the 3rd. Yeah. First trade. Oh man. Go get him. Go get one of these two guys.
All right, so we're both saying Tampa's going worse. Is that fair to say?
Oh, no, we have to go opposite ways.
No, I mean
We have to. That's the game.
I'm not going against Wirfs here. Like that's
the game.
No, it's not the game. We don't have to go opposite ways. We go.
Yes, we do.
Who do we think they're going to take? This isn't gamesmanship.
That's how the game works.
That's not how the game works.
Yes.
The game is who do you think they're going to pick?
The game is we take turns because we're playing for stakes. We're playing for a shot.
No, I refuse to play a game in which I'm not picking the person who I think they're taking.
Well, I mean, that's like saying you're not going to draft if somebody takes the guy you wanted to draft.
No, not at all. No,
yes, it's a draft. We're drafting our picks of who they think is going to happen.
Let's ask our commenters. Is the game? No. The game is who do you think they're taking?
Go ahead, tell us, commenters, what you think is fair. But we're about to find out, so it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take a kicker. I think it's my turn. I think I'm taking Wirfs. So you get the field. No, you don't get the field. You got to pick a person.
No, I abstain then.
You abstain?
It's gonna be worse.
We cannot. Yeah, everybody says no duplicate picks.
What?
Yeah. There's actually, that's not true. There's one person who says you're right, but there's like 15 people who say I'm right.
These are all the minions. All right, fine. I will go Judy, but that's.
Well, let's make sure. Is it actually my turn to go first?
Yeah, because I said Kinlaw for San Fran. So. Oh no. Yeah.
It was the same. So this is the same. Yeah.
How about this one's off the board, and we'll start next pick for it.
No, not off the board. I'm taking Wirfs.
All right, fine. I'll take Judy. Tristan Wirfs, okay?
4-3,
so
baby!
That is so frustrating. All right.
Listen, that's how the game works.
No, all right. I gotta take a pause here, by the way.
I can't believe they found this many Bucks fans.
I'm gonna stop the video real quick. You can keep talking to the audience.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the men's room for 30 seconds.
Do you call it the men's room in your own house? Is there a separate men's and women's room? All right. Well, ask me questions in the chat, and I'll answer while Zach is gone. I never lose a who can hold out not peeing longer. It's one of my greatest strengths. All right. Ank asks, what's a fair trade up to 14 or 15 for the Eagles? Well, I did write a whole thing on this, but that's a bit of an in-between area that hasn't happened in recent years. Last year, as I pull this up, the Steelers moved up 10 picks from 20 to 10 and gave up their second round pick and a future third. I think that's probably what it would take, even though it's only 7 picks, because there's not a lot of precedent for, well, in 2018, the Ravens moved up from 22 to 16.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, that was quick. Do you wash your hands?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The Ravens moved up from 22 to 16 in 2018, so 6 spots. They gave up their third and a fifth. I would do that, absolutely. Now, that was an early third, so that's a little bit misleading. It was 65, which is closer to the Eagles' second-round pick than their third-round pick. But if
So do I get credit for the tackle run, by the way?
You do get credit for the tackle run. I would give up the second, even though, and if I could do it without giving up a second, I would do whatever that took. But I would give up a second and maybe hope that I'm getting like a fifth back or something like that.
Who you going with here? You going with?
It's your turn to go first. It's your turn to
go.
No.
No. I think we keep our same picks from San Fran, so I get to pick the next time, right? We're not repicking.
No, you get to go first. It's your turn to go first. I
don't want to keep burning my first pick on San Fran.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's your turn. We've moved on to the next pick.
All right. So I said Kinlaw last time.
Yeah, you don't have to say Kinlaw.
But I'm going to adjust it and go Judy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will take Lamb.
You're going Lamb.
This is a good question. If you were an Eagles fan, which player would you least want to see go to the Cowboys at 17?
That's a good question. Lamb.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Eagles can cover two of their receivers.
Either Lamb or Judy, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right. Not many other people would really scare me.
I mean, I think Jason's going to be good.
People are very impressed at the quickness of your pee.
Wait, people were impressed by the quickness of my pee? Thank you, I suppose. I mean, I have a, so. It wasn't far to get to the bathroom, so it was.
You got a fast 40.
I didn't want to leave you hanging, and I don't know if you're like Colin Cowherd, you did the solo show, or if you need a co-host. So
can't do it.
Have you ever done a solo show?
Not for like an extended period of time.
When I was in college, I worked at the radio station.
Back and forth, like with callers in.
But. Gotcha. Yeah, we had. I worked at the radio station, and we had to do our tapes. What's that?
You and Nick Wright.
I mean that. Yeah. Yes. And Nick Wright and I hired Nick. Worked at the radio station together. And Nick was my boss for 1 year, too. And I had to make tapes like throughout the summer, and so I would do a radio show a few times a week, just like not for anybody, just into the tape. And I'd be sitting in my room at home. I would just make tapes about like the Philly season or the NBA draft, and send those over to Nick.
You'd get a little insomnia cookie in you, and
well, not then, because there was no insomnia cookie in suburban Philly. So wow, San Fran's really taking the clock down. 30 seconds. They're probably trying to trade out again.
Mm-hmm.
Shanahan has his daughters in the office and his son. Pick is in. Excuse me.
The Bruce Arians setup was very funny.
John Clark just fell for a fake Adam Schefter account.
What happened?
A fake Adam Schefter has the Eagles trading up here with the Niners for CeeDee Lamb.
Fake one.
And John Clark tweeted out a Lamb picture. Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, John. Pick is in. Can I change mine?
Yes.
No.
If you unless you saw an answer, like unless I trust.
No, I'm just debating back and forth between Jeudy and Kinlaw. Like
you can take Jeudy if you want.
No. I said Jeudy originally went Kinlaw, and I don't know why
you don't know why you changed.
Yeah.
Good looking.
What's that?
CeeDee Lamb's got an interesting crew over there.
Roger wants more booze. Kinlaw. I don't know if I officially changed though.
You didn't.
I didn't. All right, so neither one of us got that.
Still 4-3. I cannot believe these two guys are still there. Go get them. Go get one.
Yeah,
and Atlanta is the team.
Atlanta's the team, and you want to jump Dallas because Dallas might take one.
Or they might trade back, and they're not going to trade back to the Eagles. Like someone's going to want to go up and get them.
I agree.
Go to 16. This is it. Like
I agree.
One of them goes 15, go to 16. Atlanta, everybody was saying, I said this in the FAQ today. Everybody said they wanted to move up, but they also they have 6 total picks in the draft. I think they would love to move back.
At this point. Well, because I think
they probably wanted CJ Henderson, right? Or
Kinlaw. That's why.
Right.
That's why I was going to change my pick. Is that I thought. Yeah. So.
Go up and get him. Go and get either one. Either one.
I agree because I don't know. Well, no. You know what though? Atlanta might want to stay.
Take a second-round pick.
Atlanta might want to stay there and take Chase on.
Yeah. Well, so make it worth their while.
But you know what? Like Jefferson's phone. Like this is exactly what I was saying. Is that what are the YouTube commenters saying about the nearest? I should get like half credit for Kinlaw. I picked Kinlaw in the.
You should get half credit. But
yeah, I originally picked him for San Fran. So if San Fran stayed at 13,
a half credit is really the same as a point in this game.
If San Fran stayed at 13, they would have taken Kinlaw.
Yeah, but that's that. You got yourself to blame. You're the one who backed out. Trust your gut.
By the way, if I put out a mock draft, my mock draft would have been pretty good because I was all over Kinlaw to San Fran, backed into the Jets.
Oh man, they got to go to 16. They have to do it.
Let me go on our discussion board.
Oh yeah, I should pop in there too.
John P says you can't pick the same person as each other.
I'll type something up.
By the way, what are we picking for Denver?
I'm
going Jeudy.
It's my
Oh,
turn
no,
to
I'm
go
sorry.
first.
What's that?
It's my turn to go first.
Your turn first.
I'm taking Judy. Sorry.
It's gonna be Judy, and I'm gonna be. I guess I'll go Lamb then.
Lamb is too similar to Cortland Sutton.
That's what I was thinking. Judy.
Yeah.
Pick is in.
They got to do this. It's going to be a real. Can you imagine now even now if they don't come out of the first round with a receiver? Oof.
Here we go. Pick is in. Oh, have they announced it?
I just said it on Twitter.
This
We
is
got
so
it.
ridiculous.
We got a tie ball game, baby.
This is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous.
Tie ball game, and we are about to get the Eagles trading up for CeeDee Lamb. That means we both have to take a shot. They got to do it. They have to do it. Offer what it takes.
Yeah, but like Atlanta, I agree, but Atlanta might want Chase on.
Give him an offer they can't refuse. Let's go. This was the best shirt I could find where there was a funny thing on the top of the shirt. Everything else is too low down.
Jerry Judy, as you said.
Four. Go up and get him.
CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson. Eagles are 5 picks away. No, 6 picks away.
They got to do it. Do it.
Takes 2 to dance. It takes 2 to dance, though.
It doesn't.
What would be the offer?
I think
What's your offer?
A third and a future third, and a third and a fourth this year, and next year's third.
But like it needs to be a situation where there's not.
They need to win now.
Yeah, so they need to think that someone at 21 is
fine. Second, give him the second and ask for a fourth back or whatever it takes. Do it. Go get him.
You know what's going to happen?
They're going to pick, and then someone else is going to trade up to Dallas' spot because
Dallas is going to take him. Dallas is going to take him. That's what's going to happen.
That is definitely possible.
For the next 10 years, it's going to be, why didn't you trade up for this guy?
That's right. Especially if Atlanta goes Chase on. I don't know. I don't think they got to do it because even if Dallas doesn't take him, they'll trade to the Patriots or the Vikings or the Saints, one of these teams.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like if Dallas is trading the pick, if Dallas is trading the pick, the Eagles should pay what it takes to trade.
I don't think they'll do it.
You don't think so?
I don't think they'll give them to the Eagles.
They've made trades in the draft before.
I don't know. First round, I don't think so.
What if Lamb falls to 21?
Not gonna happen.
I mean, Miami's going to take an offensive lineman. I believe.
Go get him. There are so many good CD Lamb headline punt opportunities.
And just he's an X receiver for you, you know.
He's really good. He's very possibly or even probably the best receiver in the draft. There's the drop off between Lamb and Jefferson is so much more significant than the drop off between Jefferson and anybody else.
So I'm up first, right?
It is your turn.
And now, can I wait until the pick is in? Like, yeah. I don't want a San Fran situation where,
you should pick for the Falcons now, and then you get to, if the trade is made, you get to go first again.
No, that's not what happened with Wirfs.
Oh well, that was a mistake.
so that's what. All right, pick is in. All right, so no trade.
I cannot believe they didn't.
No trade. I'm going Chase on. I'm going Chase on.
All right, I'll take. Who else is still on the board? They could take a receiver because Calvin Ridley's a bust, so they need to replace him. All right, with Chase on off, I will say they go. Xavier McKinney, I guess.
But Dallas might be compelled to trade. Well, I don't know. I think Dallas is taking Lamb.
Man, that is going to be awful for Eagles fans. That's what's going to happen. You're right.
You know, I mean, Chase sounds off the board. Like, are they going to take McKinney over Lamb? Are they going to take, unless they trade down?
They should take Lamb. They absolutely should. They're going to take him. The Eagles are going to have to play him, and he's going to run over them every year. That's bad. Oh, man.
Hey, Bo, check your phone real quick. Was this the most predictable thing of the night?
That's very good. Well, I'll just say there's a Zoom call for the Eagles press conference, and the PR guy said go in after the pick is made. And so there's a reporter complaining that right now he can't get past the screen where it says the meeting host will let you in soon. And the guy says, I said after the pick. Why are you trying to go in now? Maybe he thinks that that was the Eagles pick.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The Falcons.
By the way, if Dallas goes
out of corner here, but that would be nuts if they stay to take one of these corners.
If Dallas goes to if Lamb goes to Dallas, I guarantee you that there's Schefter and Rappaport tweet later on tonight.
Eagles tried to move up.
Eagles did everything he could. Offered everything.
Yeah.
No one was willing to trade.
Oh my God.
What?
The Falcons took AJ Terrell.
Really?
You couldn't give him an offer so they wouldn't take AJ Terrell?
But you know what though? This might be Dallas goes Chase on.
Oh my God. We're tied 4-4, right?
Yeah.
We are. I should have taken Terrell. I almost did.
You know what's interesting? So I think Miami's the spot where the Eagles trade.
Ah.
If Dallas doesn't take him, and like Miami,
why wouldn't Miami take him? They just took Tua. Get him CeeDee Lamb.
get Austin because they're going to take an offensive lineman, I believe. Like they paid Devontae Parker. All right, they have like they don't have offensive linemen.
What a disaster if the Cowboys take Lamb.
But you know what? Miami could look at it like they can get they can get a tackle at their third first round pick too.
Oh man.
But yeah, like did Atlanta think AJ Terrell was who's?
I
guess they thought
that you couldn't give them an offer.
No, because you know what? If Terrell's the top guy on the board, Vegas is probably taking Terrell at 19.
So what?
You only look at this from an Eagles perspective. It takes two. It takes two to make a trade. But I think that if Dallas doesn't go Lamb here, so who's up first? You're up first?
I'm up first for Dallas.
Yeah.
I'll say Lamb.
Okay, I'm going Chase on.
Okay. God, what a bad pick that is for the Falcons. What a crappy franchise. Taking Caleb McGarry and that other crap and Lindstrom in the first round last year. What a crappy franchise with a fan base that can't read. Calvin Ridley.
You're on Lamb to Dallas. Interesting here. That would be just like the subplot for that.
Oh my God. This would be the worst. It's really funny. That said, like if they wait it out and are able to get him at like 18, it also would be funny for them to get one of the three receivers who is not so fast, just for the Bog offense. I think that's kind of perfect.
Well, 4.5 is not slow, but yeah, I hear you.
But you looked at the list of guys he's in. That's the best list of guys. That's the best group to be in.
Yep.
The only busts are Laquan Treadwell, Marquise Lee, and Aurelius Ben. The hits: Demaryius Thomas, Robert Woods, Des Bryant, Mike Evans, Juju Smith-Schuster, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Jarvis Landry, Tyler Boyd, Allen Robinson, Kelvin Benjamin, Hakeem Nicks.
So 10 years ago, I spent draft night with Aurelius Ben.
Really?
Yes. Was that his draft party? So I was writing for the Washington Post at the time, and it was he's from Washington D.C. Was expected to go in the first round, and was there to write the story. Fly on the wall. This guy's drafted in the first round. Doesn't go in the first round.
Did you go back?
Tough story to write.
Did you get to go to the second night?
I don't believe so. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You were right about the receivers. I was wrong. I thought they were all going to get pushed up.
Mike McCarthy can't stand in front of the camera. I mean,
there is no reasonable cost. There's no unreasonable cost that is not worth it right now for the Eagles to move up if he gets to 18. I mean, it doesn't take a second round pick to get to 18.
What if he goes to? But here. Let me ask you this: if Jefferson falls to you at 21, okay,
that is not better than going up to get.
Is it a failure? Is it a failure in your eyes because you didn't trade up for Lamb?
I don't think it's a failure, but I think it is the wrong decision. I would go get CeeDee Lamb. Imagine they take Kenneth Murray instead.
What if the Eagles take Lamb at 21? Or the other part too. I mean, this is what you got to do. If Lamb is on the board at 19, you got to make that trade because you just got to jump Jacksonville.
They got to do it at 18.
Yeah,
I
you know
mean,
what?
it's weird that he's falling. Like it's weird signal that
I
Lamb is
disagree.
falling.
I disagree. I thought one of them was going to fall. Like I thought one of them was going to fall into the into that 1920 range.
You did.
And that's why I thought Jefferson was going to be there. Wait, so Dallas is clapping now. It doesn't say the pick is in, but Jerry looks like he's made a pick.
Do you think the other people don't know who it is because Jerry's picking by himself?
No, Jerry has people in his house. But so they're showing Lamb on the screen, but Lamb's not. I mean, Lamb's not on the phone. But you just don't know how these delays work.
Oh my gosh.
Mel just pulled out. I had him going in one of the earlier mocks. As if like he called it 4 mocks ago.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, he put out as many mocks
Yeah.
to get a few right.
Excuse me. All right, so who's Dallas calling? Pick is in. I don't have Twitter in front of me. Have they announced anything on Twitter?
There was a Mark Sanchez tweet that it's Chase on, but nobody knows if that's true or not. No, you're right about McCarthy. Oh, God, what a schlub.
Bo, can I spoil this for you?
Yes, is it Chase on?
You nailed it.
Really? Oh my God. That is a disaster. That is such a disaster for them. Oh, how did you not go to 16? And I'm up 5-4. You're gonna have to take a shot. Oh my God. That is awful. Oh man. And if they miss on Jefferson too, if someone takes Jefferson now?
Jacksonville. I mean, if you're the Eagles now, you gotta be worried about Jacksonville 20.
Oh, that is terrible. They should be happy. I can't believe that. That's awful. For AJ Terrell, a team that had 6 picks in the draft.
Yeah.
Wow. That is really awful. Oh, man. That's bad. But yeah, to be fair, they have JJ Arcega-Whiteside coming back. He's going to take a big bump. Alshon's, some people don't really think he's going to come back, but there's a good chance that he gets back to what he was like 2-3 years ago. Deshaun is not going to miss as much time as he missed last year. And Greg Ward's a player now.
Well, it's about volume.
That is awful. Coach Flynn is furious, as he should be.
Yeah, so now you're in a situation here. So I
This
thought
is
that
bad, Zach. This is really bad by Howie.
So Jacksonville's the big pivot point right now. Vegas isn't taking receiver at 19. Miami's not taking Jefferson here at 18. I'd be surprised if Miami took Jefferson here at 18.
Yeah, but other teams could trade up.
I agree with you, but other teams could try to trade up to get in front of the Eagles. What if the Eagles' first round pick is, but you know what? I can see Jacksonville going Chase on. What if the Eagles' first round pick is Chase on though? They value the lines.
I know that's the only borderline acceptable non-receiver option at this point. I don't know. This is going to be bad. They're going to go up to get Jefferson, which is what I said that I put the turkeys on. I thought was the most likely option, going up a small bit to trade to get Jefferson when they could have just gone up to get Lamb. And I know that it's easier to say that they could have done it, but they absolutely could have done it. Oh, man.
Let me jump into our chat real quick.
I feel bad for Eagles fans. This was supposed to be a night of not so much doom and gloom. It turns out it's even worse.
My guess is Atlanta was worried. So we're getting questions in here. How could the Eagles not trade up to Atlanta? And my guess is Atlanta was worried about missing out on Terrell with Vegas. With Vegas right there. Still, there's a price for everything. We need to make our picks here for Miami. There's 3.5 minutes left on the clock. What do you think?
I'm up 5-4. You get to go first.
I get to go first. Austin Jackson.
Wow, Austin Jackson. I will say, God, I cannot believe how poorly this turned out for the Eagles. I will say they go.
Pick is in.
I'm just looking at their depth chart. I'll say they go Chase on.
Okay.
Defensive head coach. I think 2 straight offensive guys.
I can definitely see that. It's not and by the way, if the Eagles get Jefferson, that's still a good outcome. Like we
not really,
but it's the fact that Lamb is on the Cowboys that I think is the.
I don't think that that's a great outcome considering what they could have done.
If you stayed at 21 and you got Jefferson, I mean,
I think it's better to have given it up and gone and gotten Lamb.
Look, I mean, I don't know what their grades were. Jefferson's faster. He's at least in time. I'm not arguing Jefferson's better. I'm not arguing Jefferson's better than Lamb. By the way, I just think that we don't know what the price was to get up to 16. I have more of a question about could you have gone up to 14 to where San Fran was, to where San Francisco was. You know.
I don't know. I feel like you could have. I feel like because you could have given up less to get to 16. Presumably.
Yeah, but I just don't know if the Falcons were looking to move to 21.
There's always a price.
Oh, that's true. There is always a price.
Oh man, imagine they sit there and don't take a receiver. The people are going to violate the rules. They're going to go and ride on the streets. I feel like that's okay if you make it 10 feet. You stay 10 feet away from everybody as you're burning trash cans. Wow. This is really bad. People are not happy. They should have thrown in Rasul Douglas.
By the way, I got to say this. I like the virtual draft component of it. Like, just from a viewing experience, seeing inside these guys' homes, it's so much better
Oh,
than
I love the homes. The homes is
yeah,
fantastic.
than seeing the war rooms. Yeah, so I like
Homes is
that part of it.
fantastic. Oh man. I know that this is very reactive, but this is bad.
I think it's reactive. We don't have all the information, but certainly, yeah, that's a situation where I would. I mean, I'm curious how aggressive they were. Austin Jackson, boom,
Nice 5-5.
nailed that all
That's a
along.
big pick. That's a good pick for you.
Nailed that in our FAQs today too. I said Jackson's gonna go top 20.
Mm.
20 years old, by the way.
Austin Jackson.
How you holding up not having to go to the bathroom here?
I'm okay. It's only the first one I can hold off on. And see once you break the seal.
Yeah. Okay.
Good question from listener. Is it Austin Jackson or Jackson Austin?
It's Austin Jackson.
Okay. 5-5.
All right, Vegas is on the board here. So do the Eagles try to jump Jacksonville?
I don't know. They might not be paying any attention.
Who you going with here?
If they stay, because we get to flip it, or we get to go again if
What's that?
Trade, right? I get to go first again if there's a trade, right?
No.
Well, then I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, you're holding off for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more than fair. I'll tell you when the pick is in. Graphic comes on. You got to tell me then.
I think I get to just go first again.
But then why did I get to do that for worse?
Because you weren't paying attention.
No, it was because you said that you get to go because I picked the last one.
No, I asked you whose turn it was, and you said it was my turn.
I said I went Kinlaw, so you get to go worse.
Yeah, but that's what you.
And by the way, I got Kinlaw. Like, I got that right.
Yeah, but you changed it. You don't get credit for that. You can't firebomb and then take credit for it. You're doing the same thing you said that Kuiper did. Oh man, this is really bad. Jeez.
Jags are on the clock. Raiders pick is in. You have to give it to us.
I will take. Kenneth Murray.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go Trayvon Diggs.
Ooh. No love for Chason. The Eagles could take Chason.
They could.
Burn the city down.
But this is the thing. If you're Jacksonville at 20, like Yannick, you probably don't have Yannick next year. Like that's a spot to go chase on, in my opinion.
Mm.
You chase on Josh Allen, rushing from the edges. That's a good. I think Jefferson's. I'm sticking by my original prediction, staying at 21 and getting Jefferson. So the Eagles didn't try to trade up.
I'm not so sure that I would trade up for Jefferson now after
Well, no,
not
it's one
trading up
pick.
for Lamb.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Damon Arnett.
No way.
Yes.
No way. He's oh so old.
Damon Arnett.
Oh, Mayock, what are you doing?
Jacksonville's up.
He's so old, Damon Arnett, and he's slow. Oh, what are they doing? Wow. Wait, why do you think that Jacksonville's definitely going to take a receiver?
I don't.
Oh.
I'm not picking that. I'm actually not picking them go receiver here.
Okay.
My
It's your
first
turn,
year.
right?
What? It's my
your
turn up
to
first.
go first. We're tied. We're tied
I'm going Chase on.
5-5.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go take my pee break, and I'm gonna get the shot in case I lose.
I'm actually gonna hit the bathroom as well.
Oh, you're going too? I'm lapping you?
Well, because once the Eagles go up.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah. So this is like before the airplane pee, you know?
Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. How's everyone doing here? There's pick is in for Jacksonville. 5 minutes left. Pick is in, so the Eagles are on the clock. What does everyone think here? I'm going to pull up the discussion. Bo's got to hurry up. Oh,
I guess I left my mic on, huh?
yeah. I don't think I'm allowed on the screen until you came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Jacksonville's pick is in here. Eagles are on the clock.
Did I pick a Jaguars somebody?
What's that?
Did I pick a Jaguars person?
I said Chase on. What'd you say?
I didn't say anybody.
Oh, I think you did. Wait, no,
I don't think I
know if you
did.
said.
I'll take. Who did they already take?
They took C.J. Henderson.
They took C.J. Henderson. Let me look at their depth chart real quick. I'll say. I don't know. Yeah, I'll say Justin Jefferson just to make it funny.
Okay.
Maybe they have Ronnie Harrison, right? So that's duplicative with.
What's that?
I'm just trying to think of who else it could be. McKinney. It'd be funny if they took a running back.
What if the Eagles don't take Jefferson?
Or what? Yeah, what if they?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they could trade down.
Yeah.
It'd be. I mean, if they take Kenneth Murray here, if that stuff all turns out to be true, can you imagine?
I couldn't. I mean, Jefferson just checks all the boxes.
Jeez. I kind of want to take Grant Delpit, but I'll stick with Jefferson.
This is the time when they're backlogged on the picks.
Mm-hmm. We don't know who went yet, right?
What's that?
We don't know.
They haven't announced the pick yet. Eagles are on the board. Eagles are on the clock, rather. But
all right. Well, you're about to if you hit on.
So
this pick.
A little housekeeping, Bo. We can do this as everyone listens.
Yeah, of course.
I'm doing the quick blurb.
You're gonna do the first one? Okay. I'll do the
Yeah.
I'll do the one tomorrow.
Here they go.
So when this pick is made, if it's the Eagles pick, we'll close this.
Chase on.
It is Chase on.
Yep.
Okay. So you're up 6-5. You took him, right?
I did.
I think I have the nip. I brought the nip down.
So what's your pick here? Justin Jefferson?
I'll say Justin Jefferson.
Me too.
No, you can't say Justin Jefferson too.
It's the Eagles. It's different from the Eagles.
No. You can say you think the Eagles are going to pick him, but you can't take him as the game for the game.
I thought the game's over now.
No, this is.
I thought the game was up until the Eagles pick.
No.
Wait, Bo. Wait.
You think it's over?
Bo, I had Justin Jefferson in our mock draft today. I've been saying for weeks that Justin Jefferson is going to be on the board.
Played out.
I said I've been saying he's going to be on the board at number 21.
I can't believe you were right about that. I got to give you credit. It was too chalk. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't get to take him in the game.
Come on. We're finished this. Right?
Take Kenneth Murray.
I will not.
We'll let the commenters decide once again whether or not you're allowed to take Jefferson. The rules are the rules.
You're making up the rules as you go here.
This is a classic way to play.
For the Eagles pick, you should be able to pick. A Sport and Eagles podcast.
You are allowed
should be able to pick who you think the Eagles are taking.
You're allowed to say, I think they're going to take Jefferson, but because of the rules of the game, I have to take.
That is crazy. So then we end the game tied?
Rules are rules. No, then we'll pick the next pick, and that'll be the close.
I don't like how you change this on the fly.
I didn't change it on the fly. These have been the rules the whole time.
All right, fine. Then
all right. Yeah, people. I think it seems like the majority is behind me.
All right, I'll go Jalen Reagor. All right.
Okay, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I'll go Jalen Reagor.
And if the Eagles don't take a receiver, we both have to do a shot.
Okay, yeah, deal. Eagles making the call.
Wow. Sitting at 21 for Justin Jefferson. You a knuckle cracker?
I am.
How many knuckles can you crack?
Pick is in.
Single sitting. It's going to get spoiled on the chat. That's how I'll see it. Do you think Doug?
Wow.
Doug should have been trying harder to get Howie's attention. Doug actually doesn't look as happy as you might expect him to look. Big Bob.
They're going with Jalen Reagor here.
You're right. You're right. Wow. Wow. What do you think of that?
I mean, they were clearly prioritizing speed.
Jefferson is fast too. I mean, Reagor's more speed on the outside. They couldn't have moved back a couple picks. I don't know. Take the guy you like, but the Eagles have not exactly earned the benefit of the doubt on evaluating wide receivers.
Yeah, I disagree with this.
For them to go outside the consensus opinion is a little bit ballsy.
I disagree. I think you're really, kind of, you're really trusting that you can evaluate people better than others. And look, I think Reagor's a good player.
There's no evidence that they can do that, especially at that position.
I think Reagor's a good player, but I would have gone Justin Jefferson here.
Wow, this is really ballsy. We should see if we can get Shield to come in real quick. Everybody tweeted Shield.
All right.
right, let's see if let's give Shield like 2 minutes, and then otherwise we'll end it.
They're coming here.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess we need to go in the other Zoom, right?
yeah.
Okay, so we should end it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you everyone for following here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you everybody for listening. Sorry that this was such a bizarre night for the Eagles. This is nuts. But we will have our Birds with Friends coming up later tonight with Shield, so stay tuned for that. We'll have heard from Howie Roseman about why they didn't move up for CeeDee Lamb and why they're taking Rager over Justin Jefferson, and why is the world the way it is. Thanks everybody for listening, and for Zach, not for Shield, have a good night, and as always, we love you.